Completed. Second semi-final features last year's champions, the defending champions and #1 seeds Mathias and Carsten Mogensen. They are up against the unseeded Malaysian pair Shem and Kiong. So as far as Bo and Mogensen are concerned, second appearance here at the Syed Grand Prix Gold, having won the title last year and obviously through to the semi-final this year, undefeated so far in this particular tournament over the 2 years. Well, the Olympic silver medalists, the World Championships silver medalists, former European champions, two-time All-England champions. They have a very, very impressive CV. Their opponents, Shem and Kiong, were selected during the Thomas Cup campaign of 2014, which of course was staged in Delhi, here in India. And they played 4 of those 5 matches. One match where they weren't required to play because the match was already decided, and since then they've pretty much been a steady partnership. So the left-handed Mathias, 35 years of age now, the Dane. Born in Odense, Mathias, but now lives in Fredrikstad. The left-hander, 185, and that's about 6'1". Currently number 4 in the world ranking with this man, Carsten Mogensen, the 32-year-old, born in Greva, now living in Copenhagen. And he, like his partner, 185. And they are currently number 4 in the world, as I say, but they did spend 62 weeks as world number 1s. Won the title here last year, beating Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov, the European champions, in the final. So to their opponents, and there is Shem, the 26-year-old born in Kuala Lumpur. 5'9", and they are down 1 place in the world ranking, down to 16. They have been as high as 13, 5 weeks as world number 13s in August last year. They last year lost in the very first round of this tournament to the number 5 seeds Manu Attri and Sumit Reddy. So to his partner, Kiong, for him it's a second semi-final in this particular event because he reached the semi-final here in 2011 with Oh Yao Han. So for him, this is familiar territory. Well, as far as the Malaysians are concerned, they've had a tremendous run through to today's semi-final because they're not seeded. But this, as you can see, will be a tall order because this will be the 3rd meeting between the 2 pairs, Bo and Mogensen having won both the previous encounters, but both the previous encounters went to 3 games. The last was actually in the last 16 of the China Open last year, not the quarter-final. So as I was saying, as we look at our court officials for this match, Go and Tan, tremendous run through to this semi-final. Second round beat the number 4 seeds and the 2014 world champions Kiong and Shin Chul had to save a match point in the deciding game before they came through that one. Then in the quarter-final yesterday against the number 6 seeds, last year's beaten finalists Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov.
On my right, Kiong Tan and Shem Go, Malaysia. And on my left, Carsten Mogensen and Mathias, Denmark. Kiong turn to serve to Mathias, love all, play. One love. Service over, 1 all. Two, 1.
Yeah, it's good smash from Kiong.
Service over, 2 all.
Yeah, they not only beat the former world champions, but the European champions as well, Malaysian pair, so the Danes will know they've got a real battle on here. And Kiong,
3,
in my opinion, very good reader of the game from the front of the court. And this man, the taller of the two Malaysians. Well, his smashing from the back of the court is quite wonderful.
4, 2.
They have all the credentials to be a world-class pair, but it just hasn't happened yet. That may sound a bit harsh when they've been as high as 13 in the world.
2.
World class, I suppose I mean in a top 10, really in the shout for major titles.
Service over, 3, 5. Service over, 6, 3.
Well, Malaysians having their battles on the way through to the semi-final. The Danes, in contrast, 3 matches, all won in 2 straight games, including yesterday's quarterfinal against number 8 seeds Lee Shengmu and Syed Sin of Chinese Taipei.
Service over, 4, 6. Service over, 7, 4.
Well, I think both of these pairs have favoured formations, and how they ended up at the end of that rally was both of their favoured formations, because it's Bo going forward to the net, where he reads the game well, and as I've already mentioned, Kiong is the man that the Malaysians will want at the front of the court.
7. Service over. 8-5.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Malaysians did well to stay in the rally.
8. Seven, 8.
Oh yes, that's where he's so good. Tamwi Kiong.
Service over. 9-7. Ten, 7.
Oh yes. Well, I said his smashing from the back of the court was good. They're a clear example of just how good. Very, very good placement. So Jeremy Gang will be particularly happy with the Malaysians at the moment. 4-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Danes don't have a coach with them.
Court 1. 20 seconds.
Only 2 other Danes
Court
participating
1.
in this
20 seconds.
tournament. That was Mads Conrad and Mads Colling. They lost yesterday in the quarter-final stage. Yeah, so there are the European champions. There they are from Russia, Ivanov and Sozanov. The men beaten yesterday by the Malaysians. And good to see them down here watching.
Ready? 11-7 play.
Oh yes.
12-7.
Yeah, the Danes really need to start closing down this gap. Silver medalists at the last Olympic Games. Oh, look at that. That is fabulous play. I said his reading of the game at the front of the court was good. But even by his high standards, that was incredible.
Service over, 9-30.
Just enough pace on the return of serve to make it awkward for Mogensen. Well, that's clever play. Yeah, good variation in pace. That last smash from Kiong. Just half pace. Look at that. Makes it difficult for the defender to time their defensive shot. Keep varying the pace, keep varying the angle.
Service over, 10-15.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen that much of him so far in the match at the front of the court, playing the winners, making the interceptions. Mathias. Just wide.
Service over.
Well, there's a long, hard look from Mathias, and a look towards the umpire and a look of surprise about the call. And I thought it was a correct call. Yeah, now that bothers me with Govi Shem. Trying a trick shot there. Yeah, Malaysians to me are a pair that sometimes lose their intensity, lose their focus, and I think maybe that's what has stopped them already becoming major challengers at major events. I don't know, because as I was saying earlier, I mean, they have the potential, they have the credentials to be easily a top 10 pair.
Service over, 14-17. Service over, 18-14.
Very much looks as if the Malaysians will go against the seedings and take this opening game, but you never know. That's the beauty of sport.
15-19.
Oh yes, that's very, very good attack.
16-19.
1, 2, 3, finished off. Making his way forward to the net. Oh, good flick serve. Oh, behind the back this time from Carsten Mogensen.
Service over. 20. Game point. 16.
So game point opportunities for the Malaysians, 4 of them to be precise. Only needed the one. 21-16
First game won by
in a little over 18
Shem
minutes.
and Kiong 10. 21-16.
Well, Malaysian coach will be pretty happy, I assume. So this the way the opening game was won. The final point. Return of serve not good enough. So 1 game to the good. 21-16 in 18 minutes. So Carsten Mogensen having a little look to the other court. 2 courts in action, of course, here on semi-finals day. Well, I have to say, from the start of the match, the Malaysians really were intent on attacking. And I really am very pleased to hear myself saying that, because the number of times I've said and questioned why Malaysian men's doubles pairs are so content to defend.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second
So
game,
the unseeded
love
pair,
all.
Govi Shem and Tam Wee Kiong, 1 game to the good against the defending champions and number 1 seeds, Mathias and Carsten Mogensen. Oh, what a good opening rally.
1 love. Service over. 1 all.
Look at the steepness of that initial smash from Govi Shem.
Service over.
That's what set up the rally.
1.
Look, seemed to climb a ladder to hit that one.
Service over. 2, 3.
Goodness me, he held that serve. Seemed to be an age. Oh yes, nice change of pace from Carsten Mogensen.
Prix on.
And surely the Malaysians aren't going to lapse into this defensive game. They've won the opening game by attacking. Oh dear.
4,
Error on the return of serve. Yeah. That's more reminiscent of their opening game.
on. Service over. 5, 4.
No disappointment from Shem on the third shot, and it was a good return of serve by the Danes.
Hey. 6, 4.
Yes, these little pushes just past the net player or making it very difficult for the net player. They're so effective in doubles. Yeah, there's another on the return of serve.
Service over. 5, 6. Play.
Yeah, it's interesting, the Danes,
Service over.
there's
7,
more returns of serve that are going deep into court. It's obviously a purposeful tactic. It's a good serve.
eight, 5.
Lucky neck cord there
9,
for Carsten Mogensen, but we all need a little bit of luck. Yeah. There's the apology from his partner. Always landed in. Misjudgment there from Mathias
Service
Bo.
over. 6, 9. Service over. 10, 6.
Yeah, He's on the edge of his seat. He's a little bit concerned, I think, Jeremy Gang. Yeah, lift. No real attempt to turn the defence into attack. Yeah. And a well-earned 5-point advantage for the defending champions here in the second game.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, the fans here enjoying
Court 1,
semi-finals day.
20 seconds.
Yeah, well, there's former world men's doubles champion. He'll be the last of our semi-finals. Shinbek Chol in the mixed doubles. So 11-6 the advantage. The number 1 seeds from Denmark.
Service over.
That's a good return of serve.
11.
Put top spin on that. No, he's been struggling with his serve. Let's go with Shem. See what he does here. Yeah, that's a good one.
Service over. 12-7.
Oh, that's a great return of serve.
Service over. 8-12. Service over. 13-8.
Again, it's the change of pace.
Service over.
It's so
9,
difficult for the defender.
13.
Yeah. Big powerful smash first of all from Mathias Bolt. Then a fast
14,
drop shot and
9.
then a little block, so 3 different paces, and it forced the error. It's clever. Yeah, well, they need to sort out the Danes. Who's going for that mid-court shot?
Service over. 10,
That's the second return
14.
of serve in just a few rallies from Kiong that's played to that same position. It's a good rally. Oh, very good rally. And Kiong coming forward at the right moment, and once again his interception so good. But look how he's changing the defensive play into attack with that block defence. Absolutely brilliant.
13.
So 3 quick points, and all of a sudden it's within touching distance, catching back up.
Oh! 13, 14. Service over. 15.
Carsten Mogensen doing to Tanwi Kiong what Tanwi Kiong's been doing to his partnership. Little return of serve down towards the tram lines, half-court shot. Very, very effective.
Yes. 16, 13.
Variation on the low serve out wide.
Service over. 14, 16.
Needs a good serve here, Shem. Yeah, he gets it. Look at that, my goodness gracious me. That is superb.
15, 16. Play.
Yeah, Danes do need to sort themselves out. Normally the Danes on the serve return and third shot are second to none.
Service over. 17, 15.
After the claim of not being ready, that maybe just disturbed the concentration of Shem, making an error on his next serve.
Service over. 16, 17.
Oh, this is all very tense and tight now. 5-point difference at mid-game interval, 5-point difference at 9:14. And all of a sudden, it's back level.
17.
17 all. Nice, another good serve from Tanwi Kiong.
17.
Well, this is an extraordinary turnaround in fortunes. 10 of the last 13 points are going to the Malaysians. Well, make that 11 of 14 points, and here are match point opportunities on a run of 5 straight points. This is extraordinary. Is that 3 service return errors in a row from the Danes? Certainly 2 from Mathias.
Service over. 18, 20.
Good flick serve. Oh, the luck of the net cords for the Malaysians on their second match point opportunity. And for Govi, Shem and Tan Wee Kiong, they're through to their second Grand Prix Gold Tournament final.
One by Wee Sham Go and Wee King Tan. 21-16, 21-18.
Yes, the umpire confirms 21-16, 21-18. And what an extraordinary run from 9-14 down. 12 of the next 16 points. That was the lucky net cords that did the damage. 21-16, 21-18 in just a little over 37 minutes of play. So to our third semi-final of the day. It's women's doubles and it features home players Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Bonappa. They're the number 6 seeds, but they're up against the number 2 seeds Jung Kyung Ung and Shin Sung Chan. So Indian representatives in 3 of the semi-finals today, only 2 of them on our television port. The women's doubles, and then the next of our semi-finals, Shrikant Kadambi, beaten finalist for the last 2 years. But here come the 2010 Commonwealth Games gold medalists, India's very own Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Bonappa. Of course, they were bronze medalists in the 2011 World Championships as well. And certainly on current form, looking good to qualify for the Rio Olympic Games. Well, it was at the